My name is Mykyta. I'm a community specialist at MacPaw. Today we have two very special guests. The first one is no other than Michael Flarev, designer, author, indie game developer, and CEO of his own company. The man behind the iOS and macOS books you can see in front of us on the table. The second guest is my dearest colleague, Sasha Kravchuk. He is the director of design at MacPaw. He leads the design team behind award-winning products like Clean My Mac, Clear VPN, and Clean My Phone. At MacPaw, we believe that great design and user experience are essential for the human-centric products. Today, we want to discuss inspirations and failures along this journey. We'll share experience of working alone or in a team, and talk about our vision for the future of the macOS design community. Michael, let's start with you. Where did it all begin before writing books, developing games, and becoming the CEO?
I'm just a graphic designer, right? I don't know, I just always loved computers. Even way back when I got my first Amiga, I was making games on that. Later when I had a PC, I was drawing, little sprites on them to make video games. I actually think that's where my love for drawing things in like a really constrained canvas started. Drawing tiny little 32 by 32 pixel sprites. Luckily that would serve me pretty well later on in life. And then, I don't know, I just kind of grew up with the early web and just loved making things on the computer, I guess. Questionable digital art, whatever. Wrote a lot of stuff and tried to make video games at an early age, yeah.
Nice, sweet.
Did you paint, by the way, before?
No. I mean, I was always the kid that drew in school and was told, stop drawing, you won't amount to anything, right?
But you nailed it.
It's fine, yeah, you can totally draw in school and amount to something, yeah.
Kids,
cool.
Get a note.
Yeah.
Sasha, you had a long way from drawing graffitis and being a self-entrepreneur to become a director of design in an international IT company. How did it all go? How do you feel about it?
Oh, it's a long way, and it was interesting between that first point, as you mentioned, graffiti. Yeah, it was so long time ago, but between these 2 points were a lot of things, but I'm also a designer. In the basement, I'm a designer. I started from graphic design as well, but then I switched to how it calls interface, UX, UI design. It has a lot of names. Then entrepreneurship, some own agencies, own design school, even co-working. I tried everything. And then even own startup, and now I'm here. So it's a long experience that I think makes me interesting designer, because as much wide experience a designer has, as much interesting designer, because we design user experience. So this is how design works, I think.
That's basically design one-on-one, yeah? What would you call the biggest inspiration for yourself? Maybe in latest years or throughout your career?
Oh, that's a big question.
Oh, inspiration for the designer. I will begin now.
Comfortable, yeah?
Yeah. Let's start. It's a big question, I think, because everything around us, when you are a designer, is an inspiration. It's starting from architecture to, I don't know, clothing, especially for me, some cozy things around you, even some nice pillow. It inspires me. So everything what inspires you, it can be nice or it can be even ugly, because design can be also ugly. It can inspire you. Oh my God.
Balenciaga, for example.
Yeah, especially.
Michael, what about you?
Yeah, this pillow doesn't inspire me.
No? How about that one?
Yeah, you got a better pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. No, it's just a classic question, right? What inspires you? I don't.
Sorry for being basic.
No. It's fine. I think like I always advise like people to just really like. I like it when people love things fiercely, right? I just think it's a very human quality. It's very admirable when you have stuff that you really care about. hobbies or whatever passions you might have in your life. And so I find that very inspiring. Like I like to build my own computers. I build custom Game Boys. That's like, I'm a huge beer geek. I'm Danish, right? So I do like beer. I winter bathe, like swim in the ocean during winter times.
You made this ocean?
Yeah, swim in the ice and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
It's very nice. I am a parent, like you.
Yeah, like me, yeah.
Yes. And that gives me, I love being a parent, and that gives me a lot of inspiration. So yeah, I think people find inspiration in the stuff that they love, right? And I think I've built a whole career just kind of chasing things that I find fun and interesting. So I guess that's where I find my inspiration.
That's actually cool that you brought up the parenting. Can you guys tell viewers more about how did your life change, like before and after the parenting? Let's call it like a work-life kids balance.
Do you want to go first?
You have 2 kids, so I think you should start.
Oh, that's how it is. Okay, yeah, I have 2 kids. They're currently aged 5 and 10. I mean, of course, everything changes, right? We were just talking about this over lunch, right? I have this lovely analogy that I can bring it to the table. So when you become a parent, you could kind of envision your whole life as like a bunch of Lego bricks, and each brick, would be something that you're really passionate about, or your relationship with your partner, or sports that you're into, hobbies, your work, like all that sort of stuff. You've sort of built a little house there. For a lot of people, this happens in their 20s, right? And then you have kids, and it just explodes. Like all the Lego pieces go flying everywhere, and then you get to choose 3. Like that's it. The rest goes into the box. You can play with them later, but that's it. And then your life is kind of constructed around having kids. But I think, it's an incredibly humbling experience, of course. I mean, I think it's the best thing I've ever worked on, right?
Where do you put all other bricks? Where are they now?
Yeah, you save them for later.
Yeah, for later.
You
hope that
they
later
can come back. You can play with them later, right? So yeah, I mean, that's my experience. I think kids are some of the best stuff that I've ever worked on. It's the best project I've ever built.
Yeah, I call it even startup because before the kid I had a startup, and I started to call a newborn a new startup.
Yeah,
because it's kind of startup. You don't know anything when you start this challenge, especially when it is the first kid. Everything is new, everything is challenging, and it inspires you and even teaches you how to build the new project. So it's maybe not good to call it project, but but
we forgive you.
No.
So basically, what you're saying that parenting actually prepared you for future work and future challenges. Since, like, after the kid, nothing can scare you anymore.
I can say this, yeah. You are much more stronger because you have a lot of challenges to deal with, especially when it is a newborn and you don't sleep at all. And but in the same time, you need to work, and you have a lot of stuff to do. And it's all about, I think, planning, but also about having a goal in your life, because it's inspiring. It's coming back to our previous question, because it's inspiring and it drives you to move forward. I think kids is the best part of the life that can happen to human being, and it's a great project.
Totally agree. Yeah. Well, as Michael said, you just choose 3 pieces of Lego and you throw everything away. Like
something like this, and you hope that something else will bring you back. For me, it was like bicycles before. For now, I'm dreaming to come back to this road.
Yeah, this hobby.
This hobby.
But I mean, it's the best thing ever. Yeah, I would agree. Like, have some more kids out there. That's it changes people for sure. But I wouldn't have it any other way. But I do think it's important to mention that, because you asked about it in a work-life balance way.
Yeah, exactly.
And before I had kids, I was definitely working a lot. I've made a lot of different things, worked on a lot of things. I'm sure it's the same with Sasha. And And of course, it's different. Like you learn to prioritize differently. My wife would probably still say that I work a lot, but something has definitely changed there. It's of course when you don't have someone else to take care of, then you can just do all-nighters and things like that. I need to make sure that I catch the last train home so that I'll be there in the morning, right?
Yeah, we'll make sure of it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and weekdays, weekends should be only weekends,
Yeah.
not working days.
Yeah, I agree.
This has changed.